Hello, everyone. I'd like to thank you so much for joining us yesterday on our very special golf day dedicated to fighting Lyme disease in Canada in honor of Gabe's memory. We raised almost $50,000, and I'm so thrilled considering that we had less golfers this year. I am very happy with the results. We launched Venture Series wines, two of them back in 2018 as part of Joseph's Vision, a philanthropic line of wines to raise awareness and funds for Lyme research, a disease that took Gabe's life in 2009. Today, over 3 years later, we have grown our Venture Series to 21 different wines with more to follow over time. Each and every one of them supports Lyme disease research at the University of Guelph. It's Canada's largest collection of philanthropic wines, and many of the LCBO stores now carry them. We have raised over $200,000 through the sale of Venture Series wines. It's a fitting tribute to Joseph's passionate new vision for our winery. For me, it's a reminder of how much my son loved to develop new wines. It's a celebration of his young philanthropic spirit, and it's his legacy that our family will proudly cherish and nurture for as long as we can. The G. Magnotta Foundation continues to be the only nonprofit organization in Canada with an exclusive focus on generating new knowledge about Lyme. Today, the lab is staffed with a team of talented scientists, and every day they are studying Lyme bacteria and the mechanisms of the disease and how it behaves in the human body. They are fueling biomedical research that will generate answers to the most challenging and controversial questions that doctors and patients currently face. The G. Magnotta Foundation's ultimate goal is to foster the development of a comprehensive center for clinical care and research. The tight alignment of biomedical investigation and medical application will position the center to evolve into a world-class facility for patient care, research, and medical education. This incredible team is being led by Dr. Melanie Wills, the director of the G. Magnotta Lyme Disease Research Lab. Later on, Melanie will give an update on the top things the research lab has achieved so far and what's coming up next on their research agenda. Thank you to Melanie and her entire team. We are so grateful that everyone wants to be an agent for change so that Lyme disease is no longer misunderstood, controversial, or underfunded in Canada. Because of your support yesterday, you accelerated research breakthroughs that will benefit all Canadians. And finally, I'd like to extend a special and personal thanks to this year's wonderful and loyal sponsors for their very generous support. You have always been there for us. Our platinum sponsor, Teplitsky Colson LLP, and our gold sponsor, Damiani Jewelers. Heartfelt thanks to Heidi and Ron Coos for their generous donation of product. Pi Active, please use the product when going outdoors. It really works. And thank you so much to all of our golfers, the companies who helped to support our event yesterday with prizes or donations, the terrific volunteers, and my wonderful staff at Magnotta Winery. We hope to see you next year, and thank you for your continued support. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Melanie Wills, the director of the G. Magnotta Lab. I hope you had a great day of golf yesterday, and I know that I'm looking forward to a time when we can all gather in person. Rosanna has beautifully expressed the importance and the novelty of the G. Magnotta Foundation and our ultimate mandate to improve the outcomes of patients with Lyme disease. But I wanted to take a few seconds to elaborate on that from my perspective as the lead research scientist. Since its inception several years ago, our research lab has been working on three main pillars that we believe will be key to developing better diagnostic tools, predicting prognosis, and optimizing treatment strategies. We're working across the spectrum from fundamental microbiology to clinical studies to get a better handle on this disease. And despite considerable and ongoing disruption caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, we have reached the important milestone of wrapping up our phase 1 project and preparing our findings for publication. Last fall, we were very excited to produce a peer-reviewed research paper that describes a novel approach to recovering the Lyme pathogen from human blood. This concept could be a linchpin in a diagnostic strategy And a major goal of ours now is to test this discovery in patients who represent the spectrum of Lyme disease. Your support of our program is more important than ever. Although the COVID-19 pandemic has reinforced the importance of infectious disease research, it has also directed attention away from the growing epidemic of Lyme disease. So I really want to thank you for staying with us, for joining our cause, and investing in a brighter future for those with Lyme disease.
More than 100 golfers paid tribute to a local entrepreneur today, while also helping to fund Canada's first Lyme disease research lab. The Gabe Magnotta Memorial Golf Classic was held at Bond Head Golf Club. Gabe Magnotta, co-founder of the Magnotta Winery, died 12 years ago from Lyme disease. Since then, the winery has donated well over $1 million to the University of Guelph for better testing and treatment of this disease and others like it.
He wasn't diagnosed for 5 to 6 years after he contracted it because this disease is extremely misunderstood. It's underfunded and it's quite controversial.
Every year, this tournament raises nearly $100,000 for the research lab at the University of Guelph. Results of a clinical trial on Lyme disease are expected in the new year.